She can't see me there.
It's so good to be back.
Yeah.
Em and I took a weekend off for a long weekend.
Yes.
What'd you do long weekend, Em?
I socially distanced. I saw some friends from afar. And I just tried a lot of food. I went to Finch and Midland. Shout out to you if you know where that is. I'm not from that area, so it was very new for me.
Finch and Midland or Finch and...
Midland and Finch? Finch and Midland or Midland and Finch? Yeah, and I just tried some cool foods. What about you?
Nice. Me and the BF took a little staycation.
Aww.
A group staycation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we tried all these different foods, and we were in the Liberty Village area.
Oh, okay. That's really
a lot of good food there. Like a nice walk by the water and stuff.
Wow.
But yeah, it was a nice relaxing weekend, but you know, it felt like a really long time.
It really did. And it felt so different without having like an episode drop.
Yeah, and I feel like we haven't seen each other in
literally
so long. It feels like it's been like 2 weeks.
Literally.
That's all right.
It's crazy.
But that's all right.
It's all right. Because we're back.
And we're better.
And we're better than ever.
And we're here for episode 6.
Episode 6.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys for still being a part of this journey with us.
Yeah, we love you guys so much.
Yeah.
So much.
This is all been really cool. And to our new listeners, thank you. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
And yeah.
We're about to get out of lockdown.
Oh, I know. Freedom tastes so sweet.
If you haven't been vaccinated, we hope you do so soon. Yeah, we hope you guys get vaccinated. We're vaxxed. We're vaxxed.
Half vaxxed, though.
Half vaxxed.
Not fully vaxxed. Some people are fully vaxxed.
I know.
Wow. I feel like when I'm fully vaxxed, I don't know how I'm going to act. I don't know how I'm going to act. No, I'm saying.
So back to the streets.
No. No.
So
no more streets for me. I wasn't on the streets. I wasn't.
She said in a past life.
In a past life, I was a mermaid. Do you know that reference?
Oh my god!
Can we talk about that?
Like, she's on drugs. She has to be. If you guys know Catherine McBroom,
guys.
Okay, first of all, we love her kids. Her kids are super cute.
I love her kids.
Sweet.
They're the
literal
chonkiest.
Angels.
Oh, they're so cute.
But she has to be on some sort of like hallucinogen,
some Black Mirrors type stuff. I don't know what she's on.
She posted a video of her saying that
in a past life.
She's like, in a past life, I was a mermaid. I know I was a mermaid. And Austin was a merman.
Oh.
And our kids were still our kids.
Like they're still our kids.
Yeah.
Like they were still our kids.
I'm literally watching this. If my front camera was on, I'd be like...
Yeah. I was like, what is this? So if you're a mermaid and Austin's a merman, what are your kids? Fish? I was so confused. No. They'd be little mermaids and mermen.
It was just so weird.
Anyways. Episode 6. What are we talking about today, Tina?
The body.
The human body.
The human body.
Oh, gosh.
Not like that thing.
No, not the human anatomy. Insert pic here. No, I'm joking.
This isn't Family Life.
Nerd.
What is it?
Fully Alive, Chapter 3.
This isn't Fully Alive, Chapter 3. We're gonna be talking a little about our body image. And how we feel about our body.
Yeah.
And our insecurities.
Yeah.
And where our confidence kind of derives from. And how we build ourselves back up from that. Because I think it's safe to say that every woman and men
experience it too.
Yeah.
Though. It's more closeted, but it's there. It's definitely there.
Definitely struggle from, low confidence because of their body issues and insecurities.
And the comparison game and all that. That horrible stuff.
Yeah, actually, it's funny because this past weekend, my boyfriend took a video of me because takes videos of me.
Wow.
We were playing catch, and he took a video of me like throwing the ball and catching the ball. And I remember watching those videos back, and I'm like, I'm so fucking fat. And
can you?
No, like really,
face?
I wore.
No, but I
was wearing like the biker shorts, the high waisted biker shorts, and then like a little like white crop top. And I remember looking at watching that video, and I was like, holy why do I look like that?
Why is she built like that?
Seriously, oh my gosh. And honestly, like usually like I'll have insecurities like that and it'll last for like a day or something, but I like have been thinking about it every single day since then.
No,
like really hard, and like to the point where like I would eat and I'd feel like guilty or like, what did I do to, like,
no.
Like, I don't know. It's just maybe it's also the summertime. So like
you're
wearing less clothing, you're wearing tighter clothing. So like you just look like fucking fat.
Yeah. No, dude, I totally get that. I feel like for me, like as confident as I am in my head, when I know that summer's coming, I get like more like nervous or like anxious. And then I remember the other day actually when it was so hot last week.
Yeah.
And then now it's snowing.
Oh my God, yeah, it was snowing.
Last week it was so hot, and I like looked in my closet and I'm like, bro, like I did not even prepare myself for summer.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what I'm gonna wear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I was just like, like dreading. I'm like, can I just wear like a hoodie for the rest of my life? Like I was super comfortable with fall and like winter, but
and like for someone like me, like it's so hard for me to take compliments. Like even to like internalize compliments. And so like when people compliment me, like it doesn't register as if, you know, as much as I'm looking at a video of me and then that registers and goes deeper than like compliment does. Yeah.
Like you can have 10 compliments, but one like negative look at yourself. It's just like,
maybe though that comes because of like childhood trauma. I don't know.
Could be. Like it all usually derives from childhood trauma.
Yeah. Were you like, do you have childhood trauma from like body image?
So I was never like a chunky kid. I was always pretty like skinny, I guess, or I was just average. So that's the thing. Like I never had to worry about my body until someone pointed it out to me in grade 10, which even then
grade 10,
I was still
that's pretty
skinny.
late. That's pretty late.
Yeah, so
but
that's
I mean,
why I was
those are
like,
high school years. Those are like really impressionable years.
But I only like it only came to my realization to think about my body, like to be concerned about my body when like a Filipino tita, she literally came and
don't cry.
She first of all, it is a prerequisite to be insulted about your weight and be Filipino.
And listen, we're not saying it's right.
It's not right. But it is. But it is. Like,
but it is what it is.
It is what it is. It's not right, of course, but yeah.
Anyways,
it's
we'll
definitely
get to that.
Anyways, yeah. Yeah, so she just like held my stomach. And she was just like, oh.
Shit.
Yeah, she just manhandled me. And she's like, oh, you're getting bigger. And I said, huh? I am? Really?
Shit.
And then, yeah, that's when it first came like to my head.
Yeah. Me too. Like my sister growing up, she was a lot smaller than I was, like skinnier. Like she was so skinny. And you know, my family would always, you know, say that like, you know, Christina, are you sure you want another scoop of that rice?
No.
Like they'd always like say that I'm big, like I was big. And then I look back at old pictures of me. I'm like, dude, do you know how much I would pay to be that size again?
Yeah.
Like I was so
minuscule.
skinny. Yeah. But then in high school, like my boobs came in. And then after high school, like my curves came in.
Yeah, she said body yada yada yada.
Holy, like out of nowhere. I'm like,
that's good.
I'm like, did I gain weight? Like what the hell?
Because you don't embrace it right away.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Am I fat?
Yeah. No, really.
Yeah.
But then, you know, as you get older, like you start getting Instagram and you start whatever.
It's a whole different ball game now.
Yeah. So I think though that it did derive from when I was a kid, like with my family saying, like it was all my titas and my titos saying, like dude, you're a little chunky. You're a little
and
chunky
they don't
monkey.
care.
Yeah, they don't care. They'll say it.
They don't care.
So my little cousin, she's like, I don't know, she's probably like, she's in second year now, so how much younger is that? Whatever. She's younger. And I remember I was already a bit older. I was already in my teenage years and she was still a kid. And my titas and titos said the same thing to her that they said to me. And I remember like we were at a family party and when we were going home, I told my mom, I'm like, you guys shouldn't say that to her because you guys said the same thing to me and I grew up with major body insecurities. And I'm like, you guys should
And the trauma.
Yeah, and you guys should not say that to her.
Yeah.
And obviously they're like, why? Like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
yeah, for them it's like a fact.
Yeah.
It's just like, but it's the equivalent of saying you're tall.
Yeah.
No, but God forbid, okay, if some aunt was like, hey, you're getting bigger, and I say, yeah, I'm trying to be like you, and if you get insulted, then that you should not be saying it in the first place.
I remember telling my cousin too, I remember like sitting her down and saying, like, don't listen to them.
Yeah.
Don't fucking listen to them.
And it always be the ones that are just like,
But also, it goes to show too, like, if you're still hurt about
laugh break.
If you're still like crying over what your titas were saying to you when you were like, bro, when you were like 10, 11, like, come on, you should have done a little bit of growing by now. Yeah. And that shit shouldn't even like phase you
like
anymore.
we all have our own traumas, but like as we grow, our skin thickens. And if your skin is still the same thickness as a fetus, you are not growing.
Yeah, like if you're letting the same things that bothered you when you were like 11, 12, and that bother you now in your mid-20s, early 20s, then there's a little disconnect there.
Yeah, let's just start looking more within and building ourselves, okay? Maybe you need to start looking at the people around you. Are they empowering you? Yeah. Are you empowering yourself? Yeah.
Yeah. And I think though, like we've also, speaking of growth, like we've come a long way with our body image, I think. Like we've come to accept, I mean, I do have my days where I'm like, fuck, I'm so fat. Like I need to lose this. I need to work on this. I need to like starve myself for a week. But then there are other days where I'm like, fuck it.
Like, Seriously, bro. I have like, so I guess from the beginning of first year university to now, I've gained a good amount of weight, right? But like, at the end of the day, it's like, I don't realize it until I'm actually like looking at pictures like, holy crap, I've actually gained weight. Because mentally, I'm still super like happy with myself. Yeah. Right. So it's like, I don't even see it. I'm not even calculating it. I'm not obsessed with it. Luckily, of course, I know that's not the case for everyone. But I feel like it's definitely perspective. Yeah. Right? Like, how do you, like, self-love, that's what is, like, number one, right? Like, if you're working on your self-love. Yeah. But don't get me wrong. There's times where I'm looking at the mirror, I'm like, shit. Yeah. Like, I'm, like, obviously, I'm not trying to let myself go. Yeah. But, I'm not trying to criticize myself every 2 seconds.
Also not to body shame those women and those men who are in shape, who are fit, and, like, really do work hard on their physique and their health and their, like, dude, I wish. I wish. But no, like kudos to them. Like I know, I have a few friends and I follow a few people who are into that stuff and who are super into nutrition and working on their body and what they should intake and how much they should work out and what they should work out on and good. Like that is great. Yeah.
No, I think for me, like my main motivator to lose weight is for health purposes. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Like as I'm getting older and I'm hitting my quarter life crisis, I'm like, it's not even about like the look anymore. Like, oh, I want to have a Kardashian body. Like, I don't even care about that. It's just for my own health. Yeah. Right. Like that's my main drive to being healthy and stuff like that. But man, food is just so good.
I know.
I can't.
I'm telling you, I say this all the time because my older cousin, she's like on a strict like diet and she's lost so much weight and I'm so happy for her. Yeah. And like, all my other friends, they've done keto, they've done gluten-free. And I'm like, I honestly, guys, I cannot. Yeah. I just can't. I can't. I love food so freaking much. I'm a foodie.
Yeah, truly. Yeah. I've had times where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go. I've tried like intermittent fasting. I haven't tried keto. I've tried like honestly, I think that's the only thing I tried.
But I think also dieting like comes with like a certain like discipline.
Yeah, like it's mental, bro. Yeah. It's a mental game.
I can't.
I can't.
I
have no self-control.
I just know how good that food is gonna taste, and I
know. I honestly, I lack self-control. Like,
yeah.
Like William sometimes will be like, okay, so we're only gonna have junk food like or takeout like once a week. And I'm like, okay. And then I go to work and they bring boxes of Krispy Kremes. How am I supposed to say no? Like, how am I supposed to say no? Even the people at work, they're like, no, it's okay. I don't want one. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll have yours.
That's another thing, too, in a relationship. It's hard to...
Do you believe in relationship weight? Relationship weight.
It's never happened to me. I've seen it happen, but it's never happened to me. So, yeah, I guess it's a thing. I've seen it happen.
It's definitely a thing. I've gone through it. Yeah, it's because it's like, if you think about it, like if you don't have that discipline, right? What do you really do when you're just like going out with someone? Like, what are dates?
Yeah.
Going out to eat. Yeah. Going out to eat, especially like if you're not really comfortable going to each other's houses yet, you're going out for drinks, out to eat, right? Like, but unless you guys are both disciplined where you go out. I mean,
that's okay, I guess, if one of you runs every day.
Yeah, her boyfriend runs all the time. All the time.
So, yeah. I guess that's okay. I think, though, with body image, like, it is a mental thing. It's a mental thing, right? And I do I really do believe that, like, a healthier lifestyle is equivalent to better mental health as well.
That is true. That definitely
helps. I strongly do believe that.
Definitely helps.
But I mean, for me personally, like, in terms of health, I would rather take the exercise route than the dieting route. Just because, again, I love food so much.
That's interesting.
Eating food, too, is also, like...
I just hate both. Like, no, like, for me...
She said none of the above.
None of the above. I have yet to find the type of exercise that I... Okay, no, I do know the type of exercise. When I used to go clubbing... What I'm telling you, like, I could dance salsa from, like... 12 to 3 straight. Like, I don't care. Like,
William, do you know how to salsa?
No. It's okay.
I don't want to take salsa lessons.
Yeah, see? Like, it's fun. But yeah, that, like, dancing is the only type of cardio that I think I enjoy. We tried doing Chloe Ting. That girl is a robot.
Guys.
She's like, okay, 45,000 burpees. And then at the end of it, she's like, I'm like, what? I'm like, a mess. And
guys,
she's like,
yeah, Em and I tried to do Chloe Ting.
Yeah.
A few months ago. I mean, we did a bit of it.
We did a bit, which it's fun. It's fun when you have an accountability partner.
I did. I tried to motivate her, but then I also fell off, and so we were just like...
Yeah, we're like looking at each other like, wait, what are you eating? I don't know. What are you eating? Are you the type of person that needs an accountability partner, or do you like doing things on your own?
I like doing things on my own. Like, it's taken me a while to find, like, the workout that best, like, that I've come to learn, as long as you love the workout and you find it fun and, like, you look forward to it, then that's good. Like, for me, you know, I find it more beneficial when I switch up my routine. So, like, if I have a certain set that I'm doing one day, the next day I'm going to switch it up and not do the same set.
Yeah.
I think that works best for me. I don't necessarily need an accountability person, but I do. I found out that I do like classes better than just going to the gym. You know, like having a gym membership and going to the gym. I've tried that. I've done Good Life. I've done Fit for Less.
Yeah.
I can't. Like, I go there and I sit there on my ass for an hour and I'm like, hey,
literally,
like, what the fuck?
I hate it. I will, when I used to go to the gym, I would literally roll on the mats. Like stretching time would be me rolling on the mats. They're like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm taking a break from my planks. But I'm
like, I'll sit on a machine on my phone. Like,
just pretend like I just finished doing like a rep. But like,
so I do need like an instructor. I do need a class. You know what I mean? So I've tried yoga. I've tried hot yoga. I loved it. I loved hot yoga.
I remember.
But though it did come to a point where, like, you know, the yoga class that I was taking was very like one level.
Okay.
So I wasn't being challenged.
Yeah.
Like, it was just the same thing over and over again. Like I said, I needed like variety.
Yeah.
So like, it was just
that's what keeps you engaged.
It came to the point where I knew like what position was next. And like, And I mean, I guess that's part of yoga too, like meditating and whatever.
She's like, whatever. Give me something more.
I'm like, is this over yet? But it was hot yoga, so it kind of, the heat took your mind off of like the soreness of your position. Oh,
I think I should try that.
Yeah, try it.
Because that's all I do.
I love hot yoga. I loved it. I really do.
I just focus on like, oh, this hurts, and then I complain.
Yeah. And when it's safe out, I will go back to it maybe once a week. Yeah. I do love it.
Yeah.
But then I recently, about a year and a half ago, picked up kickboxing.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I need to do that. I need to do it.
I think that was like my first, like, I loved it. Mm-hmm. Like, I bought a boxing bag.
Yeah.
I love kickboxing. It's just it's therapeutic. It's physically beneficial.
I need that because sometimes I get,
yeah.
You know?
No,
I get very frustrated and like anxious. Yeah. So I feel like,
and you just get in your zone. You don't give a fuck what people are, what other people are doing. Like, you're just punching the shit out of that bag. I love it. It's so much fun.
When things open up, I want that.
You drench in sweat.
Oh, and that just feels that in itself feels like so like satisfying. And like when you wear like that wrap, the stomach wrap belt, sweat belt.
Yeah.
When you're like, and you're just like drenched in sweat.
And then that too, like just as long as you feel like, you know, and I've come to realize too that with changing your body for the better and how you want it to end up, it doesn't happen overnight. Like, it definitely is a process. There's gonna be fluctuation that goes up and down. Like, you know, you'll be at the body image goal that you want, but then you'll fall back into what you didn't want.
Yeah,
and like,
exactly.
It's a whole mental thing.
Yeah, it's mental, bro. Because it's like, if you're, let's say you hit that target weight that you really wanted to reach. Yeah. But like, you're still not happy. Yeah. It's like, for what? Yeah. Right. It's like, everyone is always looking at the other side. Like, oh, I just wish like I was like them, or I was, you know, like.
But let's talk about those over motivational coaches.
Okay. So I feel like they are the reason why people are just so like sick of fitness. So like, there's fitness junkies.
So there's this one brand. I'm not gonna say the name, but it's a green logo. And I'm sure one of the members tried to follow you or something. And they're always taking pictures like and their videos are just always like yelling in your face. Like, why do I feel your spit through the screen?
Oh my God.
Right? Mm-hmm. Like, aren't they the worst?
I can't. It's not engaging. It's not welcoming. It's just like, look at me. I'm ripped. You want to be like me? Pay this. It's like, no, I don't freaking want to look like you. And you sound like an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, I hate that. And I just feel like it just adds to the toxicity of body image issues.
Yes.
Because, and they go like, I was like this, and then now I'm like this. It's just like, but are you happy?
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's what I feel like a lot of fitness pages try to show, is that the skinnier they got, or the more fit they got, was equivalent to an increase in happiness. Like, that's not always the case. But that they make it seem like you will be happier if you look like this. But that's not true.
Yeah. Like, what the heck? It's true. I freaking hate it. It's so annoying. And the worst part is that they think they're like, they think they're motivating, but really people are watching them like,
you're actually dumb. Yeah.
Kudos though to, you know, those pages who do support all types of body images. Like those models. Like the other day, I wish I remembered her Instagram handle off the top of my head, but she's just like, you know, she's not a fit girl. She's not fat, like, she's not super big though, but she's like, you know, she's chunky. She has a little weight here and there. And she's posting, her whole page is her of just in bikinis and like crop tops. And she's just like embracing how she looks.
I actually follow a lot more, I don't like saying plus size models. Yeah. But like, I guess like bigger builded women.
And I love that.
I love it, bro.
I love
like,
that because
they make me feel like the representation. I think I find them all on TikTok, which is, shout out TikTok, sponsor us, thanks. But like, I find like the most inclusive like body women on TikTok, and it's just so great because then it makes me feel like, oh crap, like, you know, when they do like TikToks like size 12 outfits or like what, you know, I'm like, yo, like that's sick. Like I love that.
But like that movement only recently started like a few years ago, right? Like that only picked a few, like growing up, we never saw that. We never saw that. Ashley Graham was the first like, one. Yeah. And what, she became famous like when we were in probably university.
True.
Growing up in high school, our most impressionable years of our body, we never freaking had that.
Never.
We never. And like all the models we saw were skinny ass white models, blonde hair, long, luscious
like Victoria's
hair.
Secret models.
Yeah, literally zero boobs, like a flat ass, like nothing. I'm looking at myself in fucking grade 10. My boobs are out of my shirt, and I'm like, well, is this normal?
Yeah. But then you have girls also who have no boobs and they're like, I want to have more fuller boobs, right? Like it's a constant thing. Yeah. It's just, that's why I wish they really, because capitalism and this farce talk, it's just, they feed off of people's insecurities, right? Like that's what keeps the economy going and all that talk. But it's true. And like, it's really sad.
Yeah. And that's why I really do like, I really do commend those brands who show models who are of all shapes and sizes and colors. Like I really do love that because you know, I wish I had that when I was in high school, when I was a teenager, to see that. And you know, there's this brand, a lot of local brands, actually a lot of Toronto local brands. Thank God for the diversity in Toronto, that you know, these new creators and these new designers are putting their stuff out there on social media and they're showing their stuff on, you know, bigger girls and smaller girls too. Like they have such a variety of
variety. And I feel like that's what's more important. And I feel like clothing stores like Zara or everything, where things are just never like true to size sometimes. It's like there shouldn't be a separate section like Curve. Like just put it in there, you know, like mix it up. Yeah. Right? Like don't have it a separate section. Yeah. Because then it's just like, okay, all the girls here. Yeah. Oh, all the fat girls go over there. It's like
that's very true.
It's true, right? It's true. But you know what the thing is, I will say is like, yes, we shouldn't shame the skinny girls, the fat girls, but let's be real, the fat girls get it worst. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. No one ever gets shamed for going to the petite section. Yeah. Right? So not to obviously take away from the insecurities of those who are smaller build and whatnot. Like I totally validate, like I totally understand that. But truth be told, it's always the bigger girls that get it. So because no matter what, they're never praised, you know, like in the media, in movies. It's always like the movies where you go from ugly to beautiful. It's like always fat to skinny. It's like, what? Like, why does it have to be like that? Right?
And you know who's a huge advocate for bigger girls like in media and that representation is Trisha Paytas.
Trisha Paytas and Lizzo. I love Lizzo. I
freaking love Trisha Paytas and Lizzo. Like
Trisha Paytas is a mess, bro.
I freaking love it.
She is a hot mess.
But they do really advocate. Like if you listen to what she says, they advocate for bigger size women in media, in movies, in TV shows. Yeah. And they call out those movies and TV shows that kind of shame, like maybe not directly, but indirectly. Like, why is the popular guy, you know, not falling for the bigger girl and just falling for the skinnier girl? You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
But yeah, and TikTok too. Like you brought up TikTok. I love those TikToks where it's those bigger girls calling out brands. Where it's like, I bought this in XL and why is it this small? Why does it fit over my
Seriously.
I love it. I'm like, you call out that brand, man.
Yeah.
And I hope to God like these bigger brands really do wake up and
realize
the damage that they're doing.
You gotta cater to a true crowd. Yeah. To a real crowd. I remember my cousin's girlfriend, MJ, shout out MJ. she works for Aritzia and she posted the Aritzia body line. Yeah. Right? How they have like Skims, right? Like Spanx and whatnot. And then I was just like, I messaged her and I was like, does this snatch up the fupa? Asking for a friend. You know? Like that's the thing. William's looking like no, but it's true. Like, you know, like these are real, like, you know, chubby girl thoughts.
Of course.
Like, okay, I see these skinny girls wearing these Skims body out, like biker shorts. One thing, it's just like, damn, son.
Honestly, it's gonna take me a while to put those biker shorts.
Just know I'm wearing a biker shirt. I'm always gonna wear a longer shirt with a biker shirt, like 100%. Unless you're trying to pay to see these goodies like that. Like, no.
Yeah, I've learned my lesson. It's sponsor time.
Sponsor.
In the city. Today's episode is sponsored by Real Sleep. Real Sleep. This pandemic has brought a tremendous impact on our sleep, our sleep insomnia, our anxiety. And if you're suffering from sleep issues, like we both are, like half the world is, Real Sleep has developed the world's first personalized sleep solution.
Wow.
Customized to you. So unlike prescription and over-the-counter sleep aids, which, sometimes are not great for you.
Side effects.
Yeah. They're plant-based. Keyword, trend word.
Vegan.
Plant-based formula kombucha. Plant-based formula works with your body to get you to sleep faster, help you sleep deeper, and cut down on the sleep disruptions.
Yes, exactly. So sleep is actually a key component to being healthier.
Yeah.
I know a huge reason for weight gain is lack of sleep. So get your full 8 hours, even more if you want. Drink your water. And I hate drinking water. Oh, okay.
Oh my God, I
hate water. But and this pandemic is really, cut back some sleep for me.
A little crazy.
But yeah, so while sleep is solitary, you are not alone, and Real Sleep is here to help. That's why we here at One for the Girls are teaming up with Real Sleep to give you 20% off
20%.
your next purchase.
That's huge, 20%.
20%. So go to the link on our show notes and use the code POD, that is code POD, to see why Real Sleep is the last sleep product you'll ever need.
Real Sleep.
Brush your teeth.
Fucking sleep.
Get your fucking sleep.
Another thing with body image too that got me thinking. I tuned into a Instagram live where a bunch of local kind of public figures and like a local blog were showcasing Asian women for Asian Heritage Month.
Yeah.
And they spoke about, the lack of representation of Asian women in media and how we grew up kind of idolizing the look of the white female.
True.
Like they brought up Lizzie McGuire, and I am a huge Lizzie McGuire fan, and I did look up to her, and like, and my kind of obviously probably subconsciously was my ideal beauty look was
Lizzie McGuire,
fair skin, blonde hair, like blue eyes, and then the colored girl or the ethnic girl would always be the side one.
Always.
Miranda,
but Miranda's Filipino,
right?
Is
she?
Miranda's Filipino.
Oh, shit,
That's why
that.
I was like, Filipino?
Oh my God, I didn't know. I thought she was like Spanish.
I think she's some, as we all are.
Did you guys know David Archuleta?
Tell them the facts.
No, David Archuleta is full Spanish.
Yeah, he's full Spanish, but Tina pulled up that he was actually in a Filipino show.
Is he full Spanish? If somebody knows, like fact check us. I mean, Google told us he's full Spanish.
Yeah, it said both sides are Spanish, but he was literally acting in a Filipino show.
Yeah.
And that only happens if you're like, the celebrities that are half Filipino or whatever, just to become artista in the Philippines.
But anyways, they were talking about like who we connect with in the media. And growing up, there weren't many of us, right? Like Brenda Song was probably is the first Asian person that comes to my head growing up that I saw on TV, right? And she wasn't even the main character. So like I would only see her in some episodes, and like I would resonate with her the most, or like how they were talking about how they resonate with dark hair cartoon characters and not the blonde hair ones. Even though they wanted to be the blonde hair ones, they would just say, "Oh, I like this character the best." I think of Powerpuff Girls.
I was just about to say that, like Buttercup.
Get out of my bitch.
I was Buttercup for SK.
That was my bitch.
That was my bitch. Buttercup.
Get out of my head.
I don't think she sounds like that. But I was actually Buttercup for SK for Halloween.
Right? Because you could never be the blonde one.
No. I couldn't be Bubbles. I couldn't be Blossom.
Yeah.
I was Buttercup.
But it was never like they were the main character. You know what I mean?
Never, yeah.
So it really got me thinking, like the lack of representation with body image in the media in terms of different cultures and different like skin colors.
Yes,
and stuff,
skin colors, right? That's another thing.
I mean, nowadays, it's great to see more African American women coming to the forefront in movies, in TV shows.
100%.
Viola Davis was huge.
She is my queen.
Yeah.
I love Miss Davis.
I named my first car after her.
Really?
My first car, her name was Viola. It was a purple.
Not Viola from She's the Man.
No. No, that girl's
Viola Hastings. I love that movie.
But it's the lack of, I think, Asian women representation in media.
100%.
And I guess, like, Crazy Rich Asians is a good, whatever.
Yeah, but it's like a staple. And of course it's Crazy Rich Asians. Like, they have to emphasize that, like, if we are represented, we are either, like, we are sticking directly, we're either the side character or we're the main, but it's emphasized that we are only the typical stereotype or whatever. Like, it can't just be a show about. Actually, the show that I really liked that they did that I thought was very progressive was Andy Mack. I don't know, have you heard of Andy Mack? So it was one of the later shows of Disney, like the more newer ones.
Okay. Where
the main character was a half Filipino, half white girl. And she basically finds out her older sister is her mom. Haha, plot twist. But that was really cool, where I was just like, oh, it's an Asian girl.
Yeah.
Just living her like a Lizzie McGuire, basically. Mm-hmm. But it was really cool.
But even then, like, when Asian women were represented, like in Mulan, like it was never the Pacific Islanders.
Until Moana came through.
Until Moana.
Moana.
But even Moana was like, it's hard to find like a Filipino, a Filipino woman lead in Western media.
Yeah.
And it sucks because, growing up, like, I wish there was, because then, my idea of beauty and my idea of how to feel confident in my own skin would have maybe been different. And
I noticed that a lot growing up, where it was like, we just with Asian culture in general, being more quiet, being more passive, we're taught to be more, don't put yourself out there too much, just try to stay on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it is in the media too, right? Like, we don't see as many people, so it's like, okay, so white people have the spotlight, which it is what it is. Like, that's the reality of it. But it's definitely taken a toll on us growing up on being, not being able to be as outspoken as, your white counterpart and stuff like that. I definitely see that in work right now. So it's like, I'm not allowed to speak up versus someone who speaks up all the time and they don't get reprimanded, right? Yeah. So it's definitely interesting how that plays out in life, and the media definitely perpetuates it. Wow. Okay, big words, and big words. Okay. Chill, learn a little 1, 2 in school.
But yeah, and the way we feel as Asian women, women of color, with our body image and how we perceive beauty, we don't ask for this. Okay? So don't say, are we asking to be freaking marginalized?
Now I caught on to what you're saying.
Okay?
Yeah. We're not asking for this reality.
We haven't decided yet if we want to expose, but we had a little encounter with somebody who wanted to collaborate with us.
Yes.
And we had our first meeting with them.
And we're super fresh.
Yeah. And we told them, we're women of color and we're kind of like putting our story out there. And we want more representation of Asian women in the podcast world, blah, blah, blah. And this man, he goes, okay, but do you feel like sometimes you ask for it? Like you ask for this.
They're about to say something offensive when they start the sentence off with, okay, let me pick my words carefully here.
Literally said that.
Okay, I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Verbatim.
If you don't want to say the wrong thing, don't say the wrong thing.
Verbatim.
But I guarantee you what you're about to say is the wrong thing.
Listen, we haven't decided if we want to expose yet.
Yeah.
We haven't decided. I mean, if you're on My Close Friends, you know who and what we're talking about. But maybe we will. Maybe we'll expose. Because we haven't heard from them since. So maybe we will fucking expose.
Yeah, but it's okay.
We see them doing...
We really don't need the collab.
And we see that... Yeah, we don't need the collab. That's why, you know what? Maybe we'll expose. I see him doing a lot of work with all these people of color.
Yes.
All these, different ethnicities. And I almost want to message them and be like, do you know you are working for a man
who is a racist?
Literally. Anyway,
who is a racist?
A little off topic, but
anyways, but yeah, they're alive and well, people.
Yeah.
Okay, they're alive and well. Keep your eyes and your ears open.
Let's end this with a little piece of advice. So, what would you say to your high school self who is struggling with her body image?
I'm gonna look into the camera right here and get a little emotional. Cue sad music.
Do not fucking cry.
I just want to let you know,
Shut
you're
up.
a bad bitch. You're a bad bitch. Will always be up. Okay, sorry. Well, younger M, she was from the Rex.
Oh,
but yeah, you're beautiful, babe. Keep doing what you do, love, and keep loving yourself, because I still love myself. So you didn't get lost in the sauce anywhere. So just keep doing you. Yeah. Love yourself. It's all in here. If someone tells you that you're gaining weight, tell them to brush the teeth, because I bet you they don't brush the teeth, and I bet you they wear the same underwear twice in a row. So yeah, mind your business. Any of you guys who think I'm gaining weight, mind your business.
Oh my god.
What about you? What would you say to young Tina right there?
Okay, I'm start crying. Don't listen to your titas. I would just say, listen, I know you're surrounded by all these white girls, but they're not the only type of pretty. Okay?
That's huge.
They're not the only type of pretty.
Yeah. They are pretty.
They are, but they're not the only type.
Not the only type.
And you don't have to, straighten your hair to fit in.
Oh, I wish I told myself that. I would have saved myself so much. I burnt my hair.
You don't need to wear those fucking TNA pants to fucking fit in. Okay? And you don't need to wear your fucking Uggs to school. Okay? So try and find your own self, your own beauty, because you're beautiful.
Yes, you're beautiful.
You're beautiful.
that might just went. This was fun.
I know. This is fun. Last episode we talked about, some relationship stuff and some boy stuff. So we thought we'd just do one for the girls.
Yes, truly. Because body image, especially as women, we definitely can relate on a lot of topics, because we all have our own stuff. Yeah. Big, small, in between, stuff like that. If someone, what I've realized, to wrap it up, sorry, what am I saying? It is about perspective, okay? Because the way I say it is, I say I'm chubby, and then my boyfriend will be like, no, you're not. I'm like, but it's facts. Like, I'm chubby, and that's okay. Like, it doesn't have to be an insult. Okay, being chubby doesn't, just treat it as another adjective, bro. Like, you're tall. I wouldn't be like, don't say that. It's like, I'm actually fucking tall.
I don't know if you hear that.
Yeah.
I'm fat.
But don't vilify yourself. But yeah, so love yourself. Call yourself whatever adjective, and just love yourself. Oh my gosh. So thank you so much, guys, for listening to another episode of One for the Girls.
One for the Girls. Check us out on Instagram. One for the Girls. GRLS. Girls. And
check us out on YouTube. Comment, like, and subscribe.
Hit that bell button.
Your bell notifications.
Oh my god, I can't.
Listen to us on Spotify, bro. You guys neglected us on Spotify because you've seen these badass faces. But listen to us on Spotify.
I know.
Apple Podcasts. Google Podcasts. Anchor. I don't know. Everything you could possibly listen. Yeah. Because your support means the world to us, and every click and every listen does wonders. Exactly. But if you don't like listening to us, just put it on mute, but just let it play. Rack up the plays.
Literally, during work, anything. Just fucking press play. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching. And we will see you next weekend for another episode of
One for the Girls.